let's see what they're able to accomplish while starting things off well. Taco will go down, although we'll see whether or not SK can hold on to this bomb site. These Ts are knocking on the door, but they aren't going to kick it down. The battering ram is not there just yet. They'll fall back instead. And this is cool. This is cool. They have all the space to do this and time to do it as well. And so it only serves to create a guessing game for SK in which they're not going to be... Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying SK. I'm reading the top of the screen. Liquid, of course. Didn't get as much sleep as I wanted. Either way, Elysian nap on the retake shenanigans, and they will be denied. So this has worked out quite well for United, and we know that United are pretty adept on Inferno. It's one of the better maps for them, so they're going to find comfort straight off the bat with the pistol victory.
Yeah, we should see some like fairly high-level Inferno just because this is a good map for Liquid, good map for eUnited. It's going to be it sucks, I think, for United because they want to adopt the map, but a lot of teams are getting very good at it. And Liquid especially, or, you know, trying to, I think, aim for best team in North America at Inferno. That's the precedent I think they set for themselves. But that was a solid pistol round from eUnited, showing Taco why it's dangerous to peek banana early on.
Doing the basics. I know why I confused it now, because it did say SK Gaming at the top, and I saw Taco, and I'm like, still in that mode where I mean, that's still a fresh transfer, Taco into Liquid. So we'll see AK's Mac 10s here for United as they are going to be up against a Force by and Naf goes with a deep peek. Oh, that was a close one. A close one.
Always fun to try that.
Yeah, you got that movement speed on the scout. Definitely worth a cheeky peek.
Always feels good to hit that one dig all the way down mid.
Yes,
Oof.
it does. Satisfaction.
Guaranteed.
Scout headshot is perhaps one of the contenders to extreme, or the most extremely satisfying things you can do in the game, up there with the Deagle headshot. But it's like United are still just playing this slow. Now, I think in previous games they have shown us that they don't suffer too much from indecision in spots like you're playing against a Force Spy and maybe you go down 4 versus 5. They tend to be quite decisive. Also, they do like challenging smokes, which is definitely a good sign on Inferno. And you can see that Ace is going to find himself a clean bomb site, more or less. He spotted one player, but the bomb site itself is clear, and the bomb will make its way there as well. So this has worked out really nicely for United, and this is honestly so... I'm just having flashbacks to the old days when no one knew how to run anti-force buys, and no one knew how to find information, and no one knew how to play the ground safe, and you can see that the pistols are so strong, it's really a necessity. So they've managed to actually spend a huge amount of time in the round, and there's not been a single committed engagement to a frag. That's pretty awesome. But it might bite them in the backside, because they've got all these guns that Liquid will carry into the following round. I mean, they're going to be happy. They're actually going to be happy about this.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, Dazzle, I don't really want to put this AK in danger. That might have been overextending a little bit. I mean, he knew he saw one person who might not have seen him, didn't expect them to be set up that way. But they give it up. Hopefully for eUnited won't be too much of a pain for them. But it's kind of just like the last round. Four people with armor, now they've got a rifle. 3 Mac 10s. I like the anti-eco from eUnited, just the option to set up in a default, have one of your Mac 10s scout. If it's a stack, go to the other site. But if it's not, continue in.
Oh,
wow.
Cheeky dink. Not sure if he even fired more than a single bullet. Will do maximum damage. United sitting on bananas, so well, they have a change of approach here. They know there's an AK out there in the hands of Nitro. He is positioned on the B-bomb site itself, and we know just quite how strong he is as an anchor. So this is a scary prospect. The grenades need to be utilized effectively here from eUnited to nullify or attempt to nullify Nitro, and you can see that he's going to have to juke around these Molotovs and smokes. And ooh, the aim punch gets shot in the head, I think, through the pillar, and that actually prevented him from making a frag, which is quite interesting. However, United will be satisfied because that bomb site is theirs. The bomb is planted. Doesn't look like there can be too much damage here from Liquid as well.
This round should be close to over. I think Liquid, again, would be pretty happy to recycle what they have. You can kind of just add on the beauty of having a great sidearm. Okay. Actually, a lot of damage being dealt.
Yeah, a lot of people dying there towards the end.
But I think they had 3 MAC-10s, so.
Indeed, they did. You happy, quickly, are you happy with Taco being on Liquid? Do you think it's a cool fit instead of Steel?
I mean, I was happy with Steel. I'm not any less happy with Taco. I think they're both like fantastic players, and they have very special and unique roles and abilities. Like Taco playing his small sites, he does that so well. Yeah, so I just think they're both worth their weight in gold for almost any team. I was just more so like, why change a good thing, and to kind of change up all the chemistry that they've built. I could see an argument for it when you take a player of like, a certain caliber higher, but I guess I really believe that Steel was that guy. But it's not a downgrade. That's not a downgrade by any means.
Yeah, I think some of the expectation was that he could alleviate certain burdens surrounding a calling even, which would have been interesting. Nitro himself, such a strong player, although, as I say that, he will be melted away by the AWP of Ace2, and they'll start to encroach and pinch upon that A site. And Twist is in a pretty awesome spot here. Okay, I was about to say he hasn't been spotted, but he eventually does get checked for right at the end by Relics. Nice catch, and that will be the round secured. And United with no economic damage sustained, really, apart from any of the grenades that they used for the bomb site take itself. But it's Liquid who instead are in a nasty predicament.
Yeah, the setup was fine. They were testing mid. It was just a pretty fearsome bracket take where both kills and the crossfire got... I mean, both players got just absolutely decimated by rifles. One of them was opping. Oh no, Ace actually got a frag, I think. Ace. Wow. They're coming with all 5 kills. Not a single casualty.
Yeah, that is clean. Very nice start for United lads. They will continue to impress, I think, generally speaking. It would be quite impressive if they were to take even a single map from Liquid, of course. But we know them to be very capable, more than capable. Especially on a map like Inferno. The quad grenades here for Liquid, not really finding much in the way of damage, unfortunately, for them. Ace with the catch onto Taco. And in goes Dapper now towards Banana. Not really too much to worry about, some CZs. I suppose always worth worrying about, but there's no Kevlar on those players at least. And United have shown in the previous rounds that they're pretty good at methodically cleaning out the dangerous positions with utility and then finding out the information. They've got some good basics. Really playing it very safe. They're leaving Relics to harass. See that he's going to drop the Banana, the Smoke 2 CT from Banana. And he's going to try to create presence and delay rotation, allowing his team a 4v2 effectively on the A site. Dazzle stepping towards quad. Definitely heard by Twist.
That one actually pit side right now.
Well, he checked Twist's position. It's so incredibly common. He surely must. But there's so many angles when you peek this deep. And Twist will drop and get him. Although Naf, his support will go down. And there's a catch to the Banana players. Banana's now clear as well. And that's the bomb going to be rotating towards that bomb site. There's just enough time to do so. Twist, last man standing, might even be able to keep himself alive. Dapper will eliminate him, though, in doing so. No AK-47 carried into the next round for Liquid.
That's certainly the kind of situation that Twist excels at. That's what he can. Tons of money for eUnited. Full buy for Liquid with all the nades they can ask for at least. Nitro opping. I wonder if they try the same thing at mid. And if eUnited try the same thing at mid as well. But if there is going to be a different result.
Nitro with that AWP trying to poke down into middles to see what he can find, and it's United that are being asked a question here by Liquid. The question is, are you going to let this smoke sit here like a brick wall, or are you going to challenge it and see whether or not we're actually trying to hold this position on the map? And from what we know about United, they're not afraid to challenge banana smokes, and indeed they will push. Liquid are pretty passive here so far.
Mm-hmm. They at least are spotting mid. I think Boiler as well. With the op potentially. Yeah, Taco spotting it. So they're retaining some information. But since they're still 2-3, it's going to be a B exec and those players are passive on site. The rotate 2B is the weaker side, so this is definitely the right one to go to for eUnited.
I like how they threw that smoke on CT. It really looks like they've left a lurker there, but in reality, the straight up big push is coming in instead. So somewhat of a fake. We'll see if it works out here. It's going to be 2 men on the spray, 3 for Naf. He's doing a great job there, even able to fall back and keep himself alive. This really is going very badly for eUnited. It doesn't seem like they're going to find salvation. A clean sweep, Naf with 4. And it was a cute attempt with the, I don't know if you would call it a light fake or what, but it's just that Relics has been throwing the smoke on from Banana onto CT, and then in previous rounds, and he's then obviously the lurker, basically. So they threw that smoke first.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
After pushing, and then sort of suggested that they're going back to A with that smoke, I would say.
That's a good one.
But
I really don't like wall smokes. I've said this before, but look, we saw that both their smokes get abused along with the CT guy getting 3 kills. I feel like there's a lot of ways to die. Spam was close. Apartments control is conceded. Liquid have not really bothered with it ever, but you can understand why. It's scary to be up in apartments as a CT. And you have other options. Again, pretty passive. One smoke cuts off a lot of information here. Just that arch smoke that lands now. Now suddenly they have nothing. Mid, banana. They've been exiled from information. So residual nade damage is starting to add up. They've actually decided to resmoke it. Hard rotate over to A. This is more of a read than anything else. Oh my god.
almost a bit awkward. But the pinch opportunity is not really there for United. They're going to have to just funnel down quad him. This is often very, very laborious and difficult and almost never goes well. And we can see that that is the case here as well. And that is Liquid essentially forcing them into a horrible option. And that is the mark of a good team, being able to do so. And Liquid are back in it.
Yeah, it was a fairly common tactic to flash through this arch smoke. People are doing that on Old Inferno. But it gets watched for. It was actually that late smoke that was really important. When they refreshed the smoke at Arch, it was like there's so little time left. But they did make a bit of a gamble read to have that stack over towards A. There might not have been that tell that they always need to have over at B, like the smoke that Relics throws, for example.
Now United are in a annoying spot. CZ's that's all they have really. 2 players without armor as well, so that's not ideal. It'd be nice for them to, from their perspective, like a good case in this round is to get a couple kills or a bomb plant. To get both would be really, really successful. But I'm not sure that that's going to be all too easy here. They have the AWPs to contend with. Leash is on an AK. Some counter grenades left as well. And as the push comes in, with the flash from Relics. It's going to be tough for them to beat this orb. There's the first frag, and the second one as well. Naf, very clean so far. And out comes Alish, very nice. Uses the wall there to finish off Moose, and Relics will go down as well. So beautiful hole from Naf. Very, very confident indeed.
Yeah, what more can you say? Just didn't miss any of his shots. They didn't really come easy either. This is just a head crossing. Really didn't have to flick for that one. Good stuff. Only so much you can do with low utility, but we can see how fast you can burn through someone's economy no matter how much money they have. United had so much. That's a big frag.
Indeed, that is a very nice pick-off early into the round. Now, what is the response from Liquid? MP9 on the leash, so you better believe he wants to get a bit aggressive with that. Switch out for an AK. That would be the reward for a frag. And, oh, it doesn't seem like... It felt like he wanted to jump, but fell off the logs and lost the input or something like that. Either way, it only gets worse now for Liquid, and if they lose this round, they'll be reset. I think they have some money in the bank for a buy, but yeah. But still, it's going to be tough. A lot of pressure on them to win that follow-up round, but United doing the smart thing, grouping up. Again, some good mid-rounding from them here.
Sights wide open. Liquid trying to emulate, you know, the ideal A setup by sacrifice, by pulling the goalie, if you will.
Yes, yeah. I like that. Yeah, I mean, this is something that you don't really see enough as well. And there's a really big difference between saving 3 guns and saving 2 guns. Obviously, that only is in the case when you don't have any money at all, but Liquid do have a bank. So you could argue this is somewhat conservative, but nevertheless, they will carry an AK and 2 orbs into the next round unless somehow Naf does get picked off here, but you would like his odds to win a fight. And Twist is covering as well. Nitro is getting in there also. So moving setup between these 3 Liquid players. Looking to get any extra damage that they possibly can. Oh, wow. That's really fast by Naf. Very nice.
It was super fast.
Because that's kind of hard because you don't really get a cue. Like, you know, it's like you don't know how far away the cover is, for example. Like, it's difficult to understand like the kind of angle. And like, for example, if you're aiming, let's say, on the right side of quads, something like that, you know that like it's a very easy reference point, if you know what I mean, to understand someone's going to peek out there and how long they're going to peek for. But that's just like a random open spot on the site. Like, it feels very random. Like, pure reactions is what I'm trying to say.
Definitely. No, pure reactions. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, if you, like, even if you're holding an angle and someone's equidistant on one side or the other, if they peek from the side you're not expecting, it can be harder to hit that shot just because you didn't visualize that peek happening.
Yes, that's what, yes, there you go. That visualization, very key. A technique to improve your reaction time. And United looking to go for a top mid take here first of all. No presence on Banana, and they have not had that for too many rounds. And oh wow, they're actually just pushing up really fast towards the A bomb site here. Nitro forced to a close range shot, an awkward angle below him. Twist wins the fight in the apps. And this is not looking strong for United. I don't know how they're going to bail themselves out of this one. Nitro causing problems. Taco now getting into the mix. Nice. It's like they almost found a timing, which then became like an anti-timing.
Yeah.
In a way.
Those lane takes, man, just stop. Just everybody, just stop doing this.
I think they maybe felt like there were 3 players on Banana or something.
Right.
Do you think that's a possibility?
Maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Because they did go up the quad or lane side very quickly.
That's true. They might have just saw an opportunity, and then the fastest way to A becomes lane. This is true. This is true.
Yeah, it used to be somewhat of a common counter strat to, if you feel like a team is really abusing the 3-man timings on Banana, you just barrel up the quad position and you get a 5v1 or 5v2.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things like that. Like if you get 2 kills at mid on cash, you go A. If you get 2 kills on anywhere bracket on Inferno, you go lane. Just what's the fastest rotate to the least amount of people on your way to the bomb site.
Okay, so we do have a technical pause here, which is due to Ace's internet dying, it would seem.
Yikes.
Hopefully it will return in a prompt manner.
Internet's not that great out here. It's very random.
Yeah.
I only have one provider, and I'm pretty sure monopolies are illegal, but I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything.
Well, it's going to be a close game, I feel like. I mean, it really depends on... I would imagine that, you know, United need to get more rounds on this T side of theirs. I feel like it's a good start. They're very much the underdogs. Liquid, a very strong team. That said, Liquid perhaps slightly off balance, getting Taco into the system. Definitely quite a different player than...
Oh, James, I don't know if you
Steel?
realize, but we're actually back on camera while you're reading this book about was astral navigation.
Celestial.
Celestial navigation. Don't get it wrong again. Celestial. This is awesome. I've noticed with these internet issues that the people have in America, it's crazy, man. People getting power cuts all the time. It's like a third world country in this.
It's very different everywhere. Like some places have expensive internet, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then some places expensive, but it's good, but only expensive. And then some places it sucks and it's cheap.
I think there are so many different providers that there's just no... I don't understand it out here, but it's crazy, man. So a fair amount of the time you get people who just like their connection just dies. Or sometimes somebody has just like a massive ping spikes and they have to reset their router and all this kind of stuff. You don't see so much in Europe. I mean,
London's not great, right?
Hmm?
London's not great for internet. Is it?
Well, the UK is it's intermittent. For example, where my mother lives, she lives in a building that was made before the war. So in the UK, right, we have these things called exchanges. So like in an area, you would have this building called an exchange. That's where all the telecoms go into. But you have your local boxes as well. So your local houses go to your local box goes to the exchange. But where she lives is so old that she's connected directly to the exchange. So she can't, her internet is unupgradable unless you spent like thousands of pounds to do only her line.
Dig up fiber lines and stuff.
So like her place is 0.7 upload and that's just it.
Yikes.
Forever.
Damn. Well, back into Counter-Strike. Looks like Ace's internet has returned, which is definitely good for all concerned. Snaffle started things off well for his team, and Team Liquid straight back into this one. Building money. I do like how methodical eUnited are, though. They're really methodical. I'm liking their T-side basics. Their fundamentals are good.
And they didn't do like a 180. They're like, even in Premier, they were surprisingly tactical and strategic, I would say. They did have a different, I think VSA was calling when they were in Premier, but I'm not sure. But they definitely were always playing above their level strategically, in my opinion. Nice little tack. Tic-tac.
Yeah. I do wonder what's... I would imagine the United will just do more of the same, really. They've been pretty successful. They've been good at altering the pace as well, from the perspective of, you know, going quickly for the banana challenges versus sort of creating a spot where the CTs will use all their nades early, yet the Ts will then go for a delayed take. So you sort of, that's a way where you can sort of win the utility war, because your pace is slower, so you've slowed down your usage of it, whereas the CTs are still burning it really early into the round, which gives you as the Ts an advantage on taking map control later and forces the CT to be more passive because they can't invest as much in utility. So like they're doing something like these basics really well, and let's see how this round looks. They've got a CZ and a MAC-10. Obviously, that's not ideal, but well, Naf is going deep. They're not going to expect that. Connects the shot. He's out there, though. He's got to keep going, and he won't have time to reload. The trades are great from United. Very happy with a push like that from Liquid, it would seem.
That was kind of excellent from both sides. Like, Naf saw an opportunity, capitalized, got up against the wall, but the trade was right there. And the person who traded him got killed by Ace, so it should have been a cleaner take from Liquid, where they get the kill probably for free, but United were right on their ass.
Yes, they definitely were very quick to see the opportunity and ready to exploit. So all that's left to do now is to go into the A bomb site for them. Get the Moto smoke there. We'll see if Twist or Nitro can connect some of these shots. They are the lone men for Team Liquids. Twist. Oh, he's going to go through the flames. He's so brave. And he gets the quick kill. They were not expecting that. Really big play. Gets the information. Gets taken down on the rotation. Back into the site, though, is Nitro now. His ears will prick up as he will come to attention towards this A site. This attack is very, very scary. Nitro stuck by the box. Not an easy shot that he'll be asked to hit here. Oh, it's a miss. That looked on as well. I don't think he was moving either. That was very weird.
That looked very on.
Very strange. Taco, though, fancies his chances as he strolls into the quad position and looks for the first of two. Oh, that's big. There's a big chance now for Taco. Can he find Ace? He surely knows the position, the crossfire setup. And indeed he spots the setup, but Ace gets the frag. And look at the money for Liquid. It's really, really nice, actually. So
nice.
they can take a hit like that.
Wonder if Nitro didn't cancel Strafe, or
He was like, I don't know. It looked like you
if
could
he
see where
decided
the
to let
bullet
go of
hit.
the button or something. Yeah.
Somehow it hit the floor. I don't know how.
I can only assume that he didn't cancel Strafe, because nothing else really makes sense to me there. That could have gone wrong. Anyway, 5-7. Money was spent by Team Liquid. And money is being thrown on the floor on Banana for eUnited. And they won't get much out of it. eUnited trying to get some work done towards A. And now with the exchange of grenades, Dapper can start moving up Banana. They may not expect that Nitro is so deep up towards top mid. I think he has an off angle, which he could go back to a more aggressive one. Yeah, he already has. So that's a nasty surprise for Ace, taking it in the face.
Some interesting smokes here. That same resmoke for Arch. Dapper's lurk failed. Would have liked to see one of these kills go the other way, just so the round's a little bit closer, but it's been a good default for Liquid.
Pretty rough spot for United Liquid, though. They'll be pretty damn happy, I'm sure. Moose. It's such an awkward position to be in. Ooh, actually gets the tag. This is just not a fun fight. It's just not a fun fight to have. But he's going to go down in the end to Twist, and they'll survive Liquid with 5. 6 rounds for them now, as they are one behind United 7.
Is it Dazzle or Dapper, whose last name is Loafman?
That's Dazzle.
Loafman. Slicing these fools is the Loafman. The Loafman is baking team. Sorry, never mind. That's an awesome last name. My name is Loafman. I'm coming to that bread. Wielding the CZ. 5 CZs, in fact. There are enough smoke grenades and such for an execute here from eUnited. Nitro over towards short now. It's nice if you mostly play Arch to hop over towards short sometimes and hold this position towards the door. You'll easily be flashbanged by your opponent, but Synchroppers will often get a kill there. Speaking of which, Monsieur Skylar has left the building. Back to the Loafman. Can't find anything in the kitchen, perhaps.
Ooh, now good stings. How late does he want to stay out? He's going to fall back. Okay, in a timely manner. A prompt manner. But the problem is that at United, they can't get in. They don't really have much to work with. Surely the smoke will fall on CT and they'll just run in or something like that. There's not really an option at all. Actually, that's a smoke for coffins, is it not? So... Oh, okay, no, I was just very off. Anyway, James is the smoke man. Oh my god! That's a welcome surprise. Frag number 2, AK in hand. No more frags to be found though. 7-7 is the score. Finally, Liquid tie things up here as we we begin the last round of the first half, and double orbs will continue for them. They found much success with it, and the United, who have not found any success really with the pistols, will continue with that.
CZ Brigades.
CZ gang. Again for the last round. 2 bad buys instead of 1 somewhat okay buy. It's understandable.
Yeah, I think if you have utility, I think the CZs indeed, they can be really potent. So they know now that the AWP is on the arch side. Obviously, you can always rotate, but there is a window of time where you still will expect it to be there. And this push on Banana, Liquid have basically figured out exactly where United are. So they're on high alert. They have a fast flank. Should the push come in from United, which it will now. Diving out of the balcony. That is very, very strong. Dazzle with a double. Nitro will turn the corner and get himself some damage as well. Ooh, hello. Oh, God. Okay, this is getting a bit awkward. Just moves left, and he will be AWP'd as well. Very chaotic rounds, but Liquid will claim the last of the first half.
Holy smokes, 21-4.
Wow.
At 8-7, an 8-7 half.
that is actually
That's astounding.
nice, yeah.
That is quite a performance. 4 of the MVP stars. The most important statistic, of course.
Valve score.
So what do we think about 7 rounds on the T side for eUnited?
That's hype.
They have to be obviously the underdog in this matchup, so...
No, it was a solid half. I mean, it's versus the CT of Liquid. That's very, very solid. A lot of those rounds were legitimate. I mean, I just remember 3 lane takes that they lost. They just turned those into R traps. They might have been able to do it.
Ooh. So not a nice way to start off your day here on the B bomb site. Getting shot in the face immediately and then finished off afterwards. Down goes the bomb. 4 on 3. Hold situation for Liquid. Nafly with a nice angle, and the Moose will get goosed.
Ooh, nice little pop. Naf is feeling it. 24 on 4
27
now.
now, right? Oh, 20. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's having a game. He's having a game.
Another one.
4 kills for Naf. He's just consuming, devouring everyone and everything. He is going to be a beast by the end of this round. This map.
It was Inferno as well, wasn't it?
What's that?
Never mind. Never mind, Dan.
Oh, that, yes. I know that. Yeah. You're it was, yes.
Thanks, Dan.
I'm trying to think of like what the round. I think it was
Andy,
VP
you know what to do with that.
on the pit, wasn't it? They were all jumping through.
What are we on about?
Off the balcony.
It's a James quote. He's I'm going to be obese by the end of this round.
The Sunday roast.
Sunday race, yeah.
The good old Sunday roast when Taz, I think he killed 3 people with a molly on TSM, whatever they were called at the time.
And they're jumping out of the balcony into A.
CZs once more. A familiar story for eUnited. Their favourite toy, their security blanket. Did you guys have a security blanket, a favourite toy?
No.
Something that you had to hold?
Mouse and a keyboard.
I had a teddy bear. It was glorious. I do not know what became of my teddy bear.
I think I had like a Barney when I was 6.
Is that a purple dinosaur?
Yeah.
You were commercialized as a child.
Yeah, I was.
Mine was a generic teddy bear.
Because you didn't have a TV, James?
His name was Teddy. I did have a TV, but it exploded.
Yeah, did it exploded? How?
I think it was...
Did you put it in the microwave?
We need to do something about your jokes, Launders.
How'd your TV exploderized, James?
I may have put a CD in a microwave in a petrol station once.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Pretty colors, I'm sure. They're everywhere. Much as they are on the B-bomb sides. Just like, I don't know, man. It's like, you know, sometimes we have like these, we're completely off topic. How can I somehow segue this in? I'm just like, I don't know why what do I even try there to save that? Why'd I even try to do that?
You should always try that. That's the challenge.
Yeah. I just don't believe today,
To
James.
see how far from the bridge we can throw you, and if you can make your way back.
Is that a rite of passage in the UK?
Well, as long as there are no pigs involved. 2 pistols left.
I know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I think anyone who's British knows what he's talking about. I'll tell you later.
Okay. How are the viewers going to find out?
Well, that's up to them. We'll leave them. We'll leave them on their own journey. Either they'll find out or they won't. But we've done all we can do, Launders.
I'll just tweet it after you guys tell me.
Moves with the CZ. I'm tired of seeing CZs, man. I've seen like 5 CZ rounds.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's to me the CZ round because the rest are USPs. So it's just like, please stop. Please bring us a buy round.
It's true. There are so very many.
I don't think I'll ever use a CZ. The draw time of it is just I can't play with that. I'm too aggressive. I'm too close to the action. I've got no time to draw the CZ.
It's funny how like none of the nerfs really have helped all that much. It's just like sort of band-aid sort of solutions. Like initially everyone's like, oh, it's broken now. And then like actually no, it's still super sick because it's an automatic pistol for $500.
Yeah, it's a FAMAS.
You just can't. That's the problem. You just can't get around that. Like
It's an automatic pistol.
if you're gonna have an automatic pistol, you just well, you can't. I don't think you can. It just sort of defeats some of the dynamics of this how the whole thing works. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's fine.
That's kind of one of the problems with the skins. Is like you can't expect the gun to be removed because there's a lot of value in the skins and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So they keep just trying to change it.
And also it makes it dangerous to add guns because if you're not going to remove them, then I mean, I guess the only thing there is that you do give the option to switch the gun in or out for something, which is why I mean I feel like if you want to keep it in the game, the best thing to do is make it $700 and make it an option to have that or the Deagle, and then people actually have a choice because they're both weapons which have specific utility.
Maybe it's just like they just didn't make it automatic because that's the problem that they're trying to avoid fixing.
Yeah,
An
exactly.
automatic pistol, and then make it so that it's a really low recoil tap fire weapon.
Honestly, I feel like if people had the decision between that and the Deagle, I feel like that could help solve a lot of things.
I hate that because I just hate loadouts, but I believe that's the best solution too. Like $700, make it a loadout thing. I just will never replace the Deagle with anything, so go ahead and make that list as long as you want.
I mean, it's cool because essentially, I think what you need to be able to do is you need to create a multitude of options, and none of which are clearly the best for every situation. If you do that, then that means that one option is making all of the other ones useless, and that then removes depth. It's pretty simple. I think from like a game design perspective, that's a pretty simple way of looking at it. And you always want to create an argument for one thing or the other. And well, either way, we'll see how things progress. To be honest, it's still early days for Counter-Strike, I feel like. Still early days. And Liquid are really well and truly coming back here. eUnited not with too much utility. With over a minute left. And they are feeling the presence of Liquid on top Banana. They are applying some pressure. It'd be a good spot for eUnited to maybe go for an info play top mids. But they actually, to be fair, they have Ace actually watching top mid. So here comes the push.
Oh, they're lining up for him, Relics. They've got to move out of the way. Wasted some precious seconds of the T's. Now we have 3 of the 4 CTs pretty close to the site as the bomb is planted. No kits on these players, so at least they are indeed close. No Molotovs, no way to force out these players, these T's from the Heat and Potty setup. And they've got Elige, of course, in a great position in case they start to breach the site. So eUnited really have to consider their options here. Are they going all in for this one? It seems that they are. Again, that clock continues to tick. No kits on these players, but Nitro's being taken down 3 more to 5. There goes Twist. Someone's got to get on this bomb soon. They've got to go for the meat shield. Elise ready to spray, boosting over his teammate, but his teammate falls down. Now Snapfire alone. He gets 2. And that's surely the round. There's no time to defuse the bomb here.
nuts. After all that, after all those kills. Perfect smoke on banana, 2 kills on the site, no trades at all. What a great retake, and then the perfect lineup. From Naf, Fizzle.
The trade frag was pretty quick as well, but the damage was done.
28 kills. Enough.
28 for 5.
28 for 5.
For 5. Oh my god.
Oh my days. Nice shot by Moose, taking down Twist there. That's not an easy one. Go for that deep peek and come up still breathing with a frag. CZ's doing damage. Dazzle knows there's a man in the window. Oh, he has himself the AK. That is sneaky stuff. What a tea leaf. He will escape. Tea leaf means thief. Talking rhyming slang.
I can confirm that.
James confirms.
He looks at me for approval, I approve. That's on a high ground, that's on a no ground.
The no ground.
Elige and Nafly remain. This has been a difficult round of Counter-Strike for the T side. Ace with AWP. And there's a round for eUnited. 4th place surviving, and a bounty is collected. 2 AKs for the likes of Relics and Dazzle.
That was a nice, very legitimate opening kill. And then, I don't know, going halls in the anti-eco is always really risky. Like, we saw why Taco creeping up with the AK, taking it very carefully. With the CZs just like that close, happy to take that fight every day of the week. And there's no way for you to trade, really. It's very dangerous.
Lots of action here on Banana. It's not going too well. Oh, that's a very nice frag there. He will die on his sword, but at least Nitro make it a 3v4 for Liquid. United threatening to shut down this round. Taco threatening to open up the round here with harassment from the apartment's position. Will that be suggested? He's going to go through. I'm not sure if that's a wise choice. He's going to go straight into the fire of Moose. His teammates far too far away to really trade him out, and there's still more grenades here from the CTs. They are more than ready for this.
Yeah, there's a flash for him to jump out, like right at that moment, so he didn't have a choice.
I see. Liege will kick Dazzle in the teeth.
All quiet on Inferno. Onus on Liquid. Maybe they feel like United will be curious for information, and perhaps Relics is. But now Moose is going to be a very key player. Hard to deal with the graveyard position. Didn't spot Twist at first, who makes his way onto the site now. Oh, that's lovely from Twist. And Ace is very far away. Twist will be expectant of him coming from B, and I do wonder if he's heard him. Doesn't seem like he has. Twist. Ooh, has he got there in time? Looks like he has, because Ace is moving towards the top mid position. This is a slow rotation for Ace, and he doesn't have a kit. I'm not sure if there's one on the site. How could he possibly clear all these angles? Twist, though, he's got to be fast, and he must hit the shot for the first time. 15 HP for Twist. Does he wait for the beep?
Oh, very nice shot. That's not an easy one. Ace had full HP, and he had to actually hit him in the body, and he's mostly behind the crate, so lovely execution there. What a save. What a comeback into the round from Team Liquid. It looked all but done, honestly, from complete desperation into the 1v1 clutch after plant from Twist. And that will be Liquid onto the 13th round, and they do it with immense amounts of class and clutch play. United did a lot of things right there, but sometimes it just comes down to the clutch, comes down to the skill. And when you've got Twist and Nitro and Elige left in the rounds, you can have problems.
eUnited very efficiently forced away from the banana position. No chance to engage without taking considerable risk. The peaks, the re-peak positions, all Molotov'd off by Team Liquid, who leave themselves with 5 smoke grenades. Nice attention to detail there, even the pop flash for Elige to have a butcher's hook around the apartments. at this point, at this stage. 1 minute mark. 2 smokes left for United. It seems they'll get curious towards the banana position. Nafly picked off well. Moose and Dapper with the smoke grenades, and I think Dapper's just deploying his one to top banana after that pick. See, will land not perfect, but well, actually it's pretty good. 40-second mark, but the T's are towards the A site.
A little bit of not indecision, but very little time remaining. Where is that extra Molotov? Where's Dazzle right now? He's on site. Oh, he just used it actually. Yeah. Good trades back and forth at Arch. Our number 2 men is completing the wrap with 2 players deep inside of it. And everybody does their job. So the passive setup it works out well. Liquid pushed into a tough position. I don't think they would have liked to hit A in that situation if they had a little bit more time, or if they had more time to work banana, pull that rotate back.
Well then, that is quite the pickle for Team Liquid on the pistols now, and the United are not far away. Only 4 rounds. Tactical timeout from Team Liquid at present. Discussing the options, or maybe the plan. Always good to have a plan in a round such as this. You want to make the best use of your tools as you can, and they have the players to do some damage as well, or maybe even more than that.
They've spent all their money. This is the first round of the reset, or yeah, because they just lost. So it's 2. They traded back and forth.
Oh, look, it's Mickey Mouse. Got the Mickey Mouse going on. They've Mickey Moused it.
So, Palmers for Liquids, top banana. They've been given everything, more or less. Of course, Ace is watching in towards that top mid peak from Arch with the orb, so that is pretty much the only forward information United really have. And there is not too much utility from Liquid either, so yeah, it looks like they're going back to B here, and no matter which way you slice it, it's going to be a tough round for Liquid. It's going to take some pretty big misses, I think, from United on that B bomb side for Liquid to get this bomb down.
Luckily, they have a bit of utility. Couple of flashes, 2 remaining, 1 remaining now. So it might throw late. Actually, the counter flash. That works much better. Relic now notices it's probably going to be a wrap. Hits an amazing op shot. Combined with his great awareness. Sees one more. Doesn't complete the kill, but stays alive in safety.
Might even get the bomb down. Indeed, they do. And now it's a question of damage for Taco. He's got Dazzle in already. Knows he has to push another angle, because the re-peek is unlikely, but the trade peek is very likely. 2 kills for Team Liquid in that round. And the bomb plant. They'll get their money back in the right place sooner rather than later. I realized this week, actually, that you could shoot defuse kits. They don't go very far very quickly.
Very heavy.
Yeah, but you can shoot them.
Much heavier than any weapon in the game.
Yeah.
Somehow. But
But not heavier than the bomb.
Heavier than an AWP.
Naturally.
Yeah. Anyway, pistols here for Liquid, not having a fun time of it. United finding some stability with their double orb. Moving the orbs around a bit as well. Really cool. This is definitely good for 1. And pretty untradeable. There you go. How are you going to trade that? You can't. So, good start to the round for eUnited.
I look at that smoke as an invitation, honestly, because you know that they can't molly it while you're running. As long as you have a good enough flash.
Clean sweep. Everybody is going to be dead. United 2 rounds away now, but Liquid will be finding themselves a full buy, and I wonder what Liquid's plan will be here. I mean, the double orbs, I feel like, you know, heavy banana play, if they're able to win an exchange there, that can actually be very successful, but it depends whether they feel like they have a more consistent approach available. Past the molly here into the logs position. Very, very far forwards. Very quick. This is really cool, actually. I wonder, it seems like Liquid are going to be waiting a little bit and they'll retake banana here. And Nitro's going to check for this. It's quite scary. Oh, bullets given by Dapper. Nitro takes full advantage. Great flash in from a teammate. That's both players dead. Quick rotation now from eUnited, but can they get there in time? It does not look likely. Ace will be smoked off. Ooh, looking for the classic jump onto the first oranges boxes, and Ace will get the kill.
His teammates are miles away, however, and Taco has the rotation through mid. So at this point it's 4 versus 2, and you know where they're coming from. Ace might manage to escape. Ooh, that should have been a kill, surely. 4 HP. That's got to be frustrating when the tagging slows you down so much. And everything else is a catastrophe. Not quite poetry, unless it's a tragic one.
A 20-mile-per-hour car crash.
We're all no strangers to tragedy. Yeah, that wasn't a good round for United, but they have some money in the bank. They have enough to put Ace on the AWP, which is very important. Nitro punishing the tracers there, and pop flash from his teammate. Marvelous stuff.
So just some good coordination. Everyone was ready to follow up with a rush, and yeah, like good coordination on the flash. Good awareness from Nitro for the first kill, and Dapper. Easy cat cow.
Yeah, and I feel like eUnited played it pretty well too. I liked their forward play there. Just, I guess, the dynamic between Dapper and Nitro, really, that was really what sort of gave the advantage to Liquid. And we'll have actually a 3-man start on and banana for eUnited. Quickly they'll fall back though with the deep banana smoke. And Ace gets, I think, the pick for the smoke. Indeed he does. I think it was for the smoke. Maybe there's a slight gap there for him to see. But either way, Nitro did die behind it. That is a great start here, but Liquid have done more with less.
eUnited retreating from banana. Moving back to the site. See moves there. Ooh, close. Twist. Just slow enough not to get shot. Second flash will be a team flash, unfortunately. He'll regress and force the CTs away yet more. Moves force all the way back towards library, one would presume. So United denied information with a fair amount of time on the clock here. They've seen one player on short, but what else is going on?
Yeah. It's not looking too easy for Liquid here. I mean, United have most of the information, and that's going to make things even worse here. Taka goes for the solo play out of the balcony. Ooh, fast frag there, but still Dazzle left in the pit position, doing more damage still. It's Nafu who's been a little bit quiet in the recent rounds. And Dazzle get the kill. Very nice hold from Dazzle. 4 kills for him from the pit position.
These lane takes, man. These lane takes. Very standard setup at A. To just run headfirst into it. Liquid going to be buying it again. 2 pistols, barely any utility. It's really down to the wire for them because eUnited look a tad bit stronger, I want to say, than they do on CT side. Great nade damage. Over half health done for both Nitro and Twist.
Liquid have 1 flashbang and it's over towards the A site. So this is probably going to be a painful peak for them should they choose to take it. But it seems they won't. They'll slowly back away. Or maybe they're just lining up their grenades. Twist coming over to join them now. Flash over the roof is very powerful. Either forces you to concede your angle, most of them, or be blind, one of the two. Let's see now. That AWP position by the fountain is a very powerful one as well. It can offer you a number of 1v1 engagements. He can switch to the right-hand side as well, but easier said than done. Let's see if he's able to do it. The flashbang mostly avoided. There's the first shot onto Taco. And
Oh,
we're back.
That smoke, oh my god. I don't think they even know.
Oh no. Oh god, they're all lining up. Lining up, lining up. Liquid's in desperate trouble.
I wonder if eUnited got their wall smoke take from Liquid. It's the exact same thing. The same crack in the smoke. Alige abused it versus them last time. And then when they're in CT, they don't smoke it. And this happens.
Yeah, it's not a good way to end the round. Especially considering Liquid's economy is now broken. United with a solid opportunity to bring themselves back into this one. I was beginning to count them out. Oh, nice splash over the top. Damage through the wall. Find a third kill. Second and third kill. Thanks to Dazzle with the simultaneous push down middle. So, abusing those Glocks. They got no Kevlar.
Uh-oh.
And he got Glocks. But somehow Nitro still gets the plant. So that's a little bit cheeky. But perhaps the United were a little bit hungry. So...
Eat the cheeks.
That'll be 14-14, so it's getting a little bit tense now, and that bomb plant is going to help out a lot when it comes to getting the full grenades out with the AKs. And having a little bit left over, just a tiny bit.
As long as we could see that they bought down below 800, that there was a good reason to, or a reason to need that plant. Prioritize a lot of HEs as well. We know people have been using a lot more of. But United have 2 ops. Oh, that's a pretty hard code to crack. Very nice flick from Ace. Very, very nice.
It's a fantastic start indeed. It's going to be hard to get the recovery in for Liquid. They will try to take top mid. The arch smoke's there to keep them safe. Very passive United on that 5v3. Liquid threatening to go into A now, and they don't have any pressure towards arch side, so it might just be balcony and the quad position, which could be tough. And through the smoke, Dazzle gets the bomber. That is huge. Big frag, no trade, and still undiscovered players here on the bomb site for Team Liquid to try to find somehow. Moose does get a bit of a recovery there. Oh, additional damage done, but not the frag. Naf still alive. A chance for Liquid somehow. So now throws the bomb to Taco.
It's got to plant it quickly. CT on the high ground already. We'll see how that plays out. A flash of the smoke for Ace. And I think he's lining up a smoke grenade, presumably towards the pit. Or was it a flashbang? It was a flash after all. Where is Taco now? He's got to catch up quickly. Seems he might have an idea. And further away from the wall, Dapper will have the advantage on Taco. And he's in for the defuse. So we're moving into match point eUnited.
My god.
Despite Naf being 33 for 14 now, he's catching up on those deaths.
Yeah, he had a pretty quiet. I mean, he got neutralized. I think 3 or 4 rifle rounds in a row in the second half. So it's been a lot more quiet, even though he still netted 6 kills. I think it's really counted against them.
Tactical timeout from eUnited, maybe trying to figure out what kind of buy can be expected from their opponent.
Yeah, this is a pretty big round. I'm worried for them that they let it go overtime, because I feel like I've seen it happen so many times. The underdog gets, to 15, and then they look like they have set up to win the match. And
I think it's going to be overtime, because the last 2 games are overtime.
Solid logic. Let's see. Nitro. Let's give the man calling the shots to see what exactly is the plan here for Liquid in this round. Inferno often looks the same most of the time. Nice by Ace. It's a good start in the defense. The bomb is discovered by Dazzle. Beautiful follow-up, and all of a sudden, just like that, Liquid are melting away. Oh my god. Ace with the next frag, and that leaves Naf. He's got 33 kills and 15 deaths, but his team will lose the game. It was a great performance from him, but still, even better performance from eUnited as a group, as a unit, as a team. They did very, very well.
I have to say, I didn't believe it until the very end, because I thought Liquid would be by far and away strong enough to be able to beat eUnited on one of their best maps, if not their best map. So that's a huge win for eUnited, 60-14. Congratulations